We have a system of equations here. You can see we have an investment of $63,000 made by a business club, and their investment was split into 3 parts and lasted for 1 year. And we're told that each part earns 8, 6, and 9% representatively, and they made $4,950 in interest. And we're also told the interest in the first investment is 4 times the interest from the second. Now you can do this in your calculator, but you still need to write the equations first. So your calculator is not going to write the equations for you. So first thing I've done is I've set up my equation. So this is the amount. We know what they did, 63,000. Here's their total interest made. And then this last part is the last part they told us. They told us the relationship between the first and second investments. Now, because we're going to put this in as a matrix, I need this all in the A, B, C, D form, in standard form. So you'll notice that I did the multiplication here, but then I moved it over and I put in the 0 for Z because I'm going to have a 3 by 4 matrix. So my matrix is going to look like 1, 1, 1, 63,000 in the first one. And then I'm going to look like 0.08, 0.06, 0.09, 49, 50. That's not what I wrote. So you can see I'm just going across, but I have to have all my variables lined up. I can't have X and Y messed. This is where standard form, which I don't find all that useful most of the time, comes in really handy. You need everything lined up. And this last one here, the 0.08, the negative, make sure you take the negative sign with you, and then 2 zeros. So you do have to, even if you are missing one in this case, you're missing the Z in the last one, you still have to fill that in your matrix. Your matrix has to be even. You can't have empty spots. So now here's my calculator, and I want to quit here. Up here above the X inverse button is the matrix button. So I'm going to go to second, this one, and this is going to bring up my matrix menu. Now, I want to start matrix A. You can have A through, I think, J in here, so you can store a couple of these. I'm going to start by going over to edit, and I'm going to edit the first one here, A, just because. And now I want a 3 by 4 matrix, right? I have 4 across, 3 down. So, the first one, I'm writing in 1, enter. 1, enter, 1, enter, and then 63,000, enter. So that's my first line. Now 0.08, 0.06, 0.09, oh, okay, 0.06, 0.09, and obviously watching here, making sure you have all the right numbers into is important. You'll see down here, this is telling you where you are. Now I'm back at 3.1, and so now I need 0.08 again. Oh, that's not what I have. 0.08. Negative 0.24. It's really easy to forget the negatives. Don't forget them. That obviously changes it. Okay, I lost this one. Let's see here. You can see here. So I want to go over here. You can see I've got this one here. Edit, enter. So as I'm working on this, you can see it's saving it here. I'm going down here. Not sure what I put in that made it so mad, but let's check this. Negative 0.244. Thank you. What am I doing? Oh, okay, hold on a second. It's probably what's happening is I'm using the wrong negative sign because I was using my keyboard. Oh, woe is me. And then I have a 0 and a 0. Okay, so I'm going to quit out of here. Now, suppose I want to see this. I want to make sure this is right. I'm going to go back to my matrix menu, and I'm just going to hit enter on the first one, and that's going to bring up, there's the matrix, enter. This is going to put up the matrix for me. So obviously, if you need to review it, you want to make sure you got in all your stuff right, and that's a good thing to do here. That's a good way to bring it up so that you can make sure it's all right. Now, I want to solve this. So I'm going to go back here to matrix, and I'm going to go over to math. So I'm doing math. And I'm going to go down here a ways. And I'm going down to this number B, ref, this one, equal. And then I'm going to put in, I want to put in my matrix A. So I'm going to go back to my matrix menu, I'm going to click on this A, so that comes up, and then end. I need my other parenthesis, and then equal. Now this is going to give me another matrix. This says that x equals 3600. So what place the 1 is in, it tells you what variable it is. So you put it in x, y, z. Now that's the middle, so that's y is 12,000. And then lastly, z is 15,000. So they're going to give you a matrix output, and that's going to tell you what your solution is. Then I can go back here to this, and the first part of it, which was my x, 3,600. And then my second part, 12,000. And my last part, which is 15,000. So you can see here that this will do it. You still have to write the equations. It's not that much faster than doing it by hand, but at least for me, the tedium of putting in everything into my calculator outweighs doing it by hand. But it's also a great way to check to make sure your answers are coming out right. If you don't like your answers, this is a good way to go check. There's a couple of different ways to do matrices. I just think this is the easiest method to get a solving and the one that requires the least amount of work at the end.